This
And we
call
want to
is
say
being
good morning. Yes, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wake Up to Akana. Yes, we're waking up to vision, we're waking up to success and anointing, and we're excited about the vision of this particular company. If you're here for the very first time, we want to welcome you to the Akana family. On Mondays, this is the day that we get to hear from our CEO, Melissa Boston, who is, as we all say, the hardest working CEO. I'm telling you, when people have vision and they involve you in the vision, that's powerful because oftentimes we have leaders and they can go by themselves, but when they realize how important it is to have teamwork that does make the dream work, and that's the mindset and the mentality of the visionary that we have. So listen, get your pen, get your paper, get ready because now you're going to be able to get all the updates of what's taking place right here at Akana. Without any further ado, Melissa, are you there?
Hi, Dr. Ross. I am here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh my goodness, it's always so exciting to jump on the call on Monday and hear everyone calling in from coast to coast all around the country. And it's just so humbling to hear your gracious introduction. So thank you so much for all that you do. I mean, you're sitting here introducing the callers and then giving me this tremendous introduction, but I really have to throw it back to you. I thank you so much for your leadership, for all that you do every single day to keep everything running the way that it does. You know, our VP of communications, I mean, someone who literally we met, oh my goodness, at the time we met, you strangers and then literally becoming business partners. And now just to see this relationship evolve to where we don't know what we would do without you. Okay. So just thank you for all that you do. And again, it's just so exciting to hear everyone dialing in. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, I know today might seem like it's a little bit earlier, right? You wake up on daylight savings and you're like, is it really 6 o'clock? Because it seems like 5 o'clock, right? And 8 o'clock seems like 7 o'clock. So thank you for those who jumped up with us this morning. Want to jump right into it. Do have some exciting updates to share. First, the meaning of economies in the hands of God. Our mission, we believe health, wealth, freedom, and legacy are our birthright. By offering the most life-changing products and an innovative business, we empower people to elevate to their full potential. And so what I want to do real quick is just go over a few of the updates. I know for many of you, it was a very exciting weekend. Oh my goodness. I tell you what, there were things happening from coast to coast. Had a chance to hear from multiple teams. People were getting together with their groups, really setting the pace for the month of March. We know this is March Madness. Always excited during this month. This is an epic time in the industry of network marketing. It's always been an epic time for us here at Akana. And I know many of you are hosting events this weekend. And so if you hosted an event, if you attended an event, I want to say big shout out to you. Congratulations. I know one of the things we're going to do also too, because last night we actually not only had certifications, so great job for another fantastic certification to the team. It's always awesome to get up and hear the updates there. But we also had a war room in Chicago, okay? And during that war room, we had a chance to go through the invitation process and how do we invite for these events, because we've witnessed teams doing these events, and sometimes you do see that some are doing it, just a little bit bigger, right? Where they might have consistently getting guests out there, consistently having signups. And so we really want to see that process duplicate, because once you get the system down, it really is a system. And once it's a system, it's predictable. And once it's predictable, you can really start gauging it in a way to actually grow your business and see some significant things happening throughout your team and seeing a lot of duplication, guys. And that's what we're starting to see. So again, for those of you who this weekend, participated with these events and parties and, elevation experiences, big shout out to each and every one of you. Keep doing what you're doing, because we're seeing the impact of it. We're already seeing, again, our numbers up more than 100% over this time last month. And so it just shows that you're on the right track. So keep it going. And speaking about being on the right track, we actually have a wellness coach certification today, and that's going to take place at 6 p.m. with none other than our very own Dr. Eric Prince and Sharon Dorsey. And so you're going to want to be there to participate. I know many of you have started the process on our new Kickstart program where you put $500 down. And so whether you are doing this from scratch, where you're just joining us for the very first time, or perhaps you're an Akana lifer, okay, where you're going to have a chance to go all the way up to certified wellness coach with your bioscan included, plus some additional products, you can actually do it for $1,000 and just $500 down. And both of those options are now available on the website, okay? At first, for the lifers, you had to call it into customer service, but you can do that now on your website. And so that is awesome because you want to make sure you get your payment in so that you can get the invite for tonight. In fact, there is a new link going out tonight for everyone who has opted in over the weekend. So if you've just done it in the last few days, just know you're going to get your very special invite so that you won't miss this awesome class. And for whatever reason, if you're not available at 6 p.m. Eastern or 6 p.m. Central tonight, you can actually watch the recording because that will go out as well. So again, super, super excited. Now there's a few contests right now that are happening here in the month of March, and all of these different items that we're talking about can help get you there, even with the down payments on the program. You know, those 500 points immediately go into your team points. And so you get enough of those, and wow, you can either re-qualify as Sapphire or hit Sapphire for the first time, because yes, our Shoot for Sapphire contest is in full effect. You know, last week we had a chance to read the rules around that contest, so hopefully you've had a chance to listen to last week's call. If not, check your email so that you can see all the details on the Shoot for Sapphire, because we don't want you to miss our amazing dinner that we're going to have that Friday night during our 5th year anniversary celebration at the Akana Lifestyle Gala, and so super, super excited about that. Also, too, we do have a CV contest, and here's what's happening. We already, and this is just 11 days into the month, already have a few of you that have already qualified with your 500 CV, okay? And I'm telling you what, when I look at the ones who's qualified, guys, I know this. I know they have done parties and events. There's a few of you that are right there, so keep pushing. In fact, by next Monday, I can see this list doubling, but already we have people like Gigi Harris out of Dallas, Texas. I know her group, they've been doing the parties. She did one this past Saturday with her entire group. In addition to that, she did one on a Friday also that was more just her getting together with some customers, but it works that, you know, people tend to purchase the products. They buy the 21-day cleanse, they buy the CBD products. All it takes is having an event, guys. That's it. Betty Watts, oh my goodness, all the way there in Mississippi. When I look at her numbers, do you know that she probably will be at silver, okay, in the next week or so? I'm already qualifying at least at the gold mark. So again, these individuals have already earned their position on the March Madness contest, which means they get that special recognition there at the conference. And so you want to make sure you get your name on this list as well, because for those who finish in the top spots, there's going to be some extra incentives as well. And one of those incentives is for the person who's out there getting those customers. Speaking of getting those customers, do have a few more people to talk about this morning. One, I want to talk about Audrey Jones. You've heard this name. You've heard her on the call. She's been doing these events. And what's exciting is she's leveraged the power of actually having other people do the events. And so what does that mean? That means a lot of times you have customers that get fired up. They get fired up about their own results. And that's what happened. Her first customer who got fired up about her own results, you know, Audrey talked with her about hosting an event, and she did. And it was as simple as her reaching out to family and friends. And Audrey made sure she worked with someone who had a circle of influence. And this was actually the last month, right? So this month, you know, Audrey getting on the list is because of a new event that happened, okay? But last month, that particular person ended up having 17 people come out, right? So again, that helped propel Audrey well past 500 points last month. But guess what? She's done it again. And that's through another event that took place. And this was a person who was at that last event, got excited, fired up. She hadn't even joined the business. She was just fired up about her results. And so guess what she did? She wanted to also book an event. And that's what exactly she did. She booked an event and wanted all her girlfriends there. but she didn't even book it at her own house. She called one of her girlfriends who she knew, everyone tends to come to that girlfriend's house. She gets everyone together. She said, hey, listen, I want you to host it because I know, you get everyone together, everyone to come over. So guess what? They did the same formula. Everyone came over. There were about 10 guests there. Sent out a very simple invite flyer, the videos, the stuff that we shared on Facebook. If you've been to Black Builder Lifestyle, I told the story, okay? I shared the specific style of invite that they use to have these results. And now look at this, already achieving CV goals, and we're not even halfway in the month yet, which means if they can do it, each and every one of you can do it. And some of you are just a sneeze away. I noticed Tracy Bolton, oh my goodness, already over 400 CV. Again, she just had an event, an event at her house on Saturday, okay? And guess what? 4 guests showed up, right? 4 guests showed up. And as a result of that, look at what happens on the CV side. In fact, it would have been more CV, but one of the guests signed up into the business. Yes, signed up into the business as a Pearl coach and then bought additional products and now is considering becoming a certified wellness coach. So I'm telling you, there's a power in doing home events. If you have not yet been convinced, and I had a chance to talk to Willie Mooney on Sunday, and he was so fired up. In fact, there's many of his team already that I'm seeing at least over the 250 mark in their CV. So people are already getting that halfway mark done. So congratulations to anyone on the line who's already halfway there. Check your data viewer. That's how you can see it. But he was talking about on Saturday, they had this event and over 30 people were scanned, okay? 30 people. So imagine what's going to come out of that, the new business partners, the new customers that are going to join the cleanse, because it's all about, getting out there and getting this message in front of people. Speaking of getting the message in front of people, this Saturday, you have a very special opportunity to put people in front of Dr. Prince, Dr. Thomas, and Dr. Tyus Thomas, right? I mean, is that exciting? Dr. Tyus, I think it's Crawford Thomas, right? So we are super excited because we have all these amazing doctors that are going to be there to pour into each one of your guests. And so if you know people in the Chicago area, you don't want to miss this free opportunity. Yes, I said it right. This is a free opportunity. Doesn't cost you a dime. You just got to go to Eventbrite. Go ahead and get that ticket reserved. Reserve that ticket because we're almost out of even reserved tickets, guys. It is limited seating. It's at our corporate headquarters. And so you want to make sure you leverage that event, whether you're in Chicago or out of Chicago. Find someone that you can send to that event. Speaking of events, not this Saturday or Sunday, but the following Sunday, we're going to do another war room. I know this Sunday, there's several of you doing home party events. In fact, I've been invited to a few. I can't make them all, but it's this power in these amazing events, guys. I am so proud of you guys for just stepping out there and deciding we're going to do these home experiences. And so if you've decided that you're going to book an event, big shout out to you for doing so. If you're going to collaborate and work with another teammate, big shout out to you for doing so as well. But I know this Sunday, I'll be there with Dorothy Ellis, who's having an event at her home. So just excited to be there to participate. But I do know there are several of you. In fact, we had our war room, again, I mentioned that earlier on Sunday, and we had a chance to talk about, what are some goals that you want to accomplish today? And some of the individuals in the room, like Nadine and Eugene Del Nato, they're having a big event on Sunday. And their goal was to really ensure that their grandkids, right? Their grandkids heard this information. And so their party is going to be really centered around getting their family in front of this life-changing and life-saving information because they have a goal like everyone else, right? We want to build a legacy. We want to ensure our children's children are impacted in a big, big way. And what better way than to get them in front of information than to host it at your home. See, sometimes you can't get your kids and your grandkids to do something where they might have to come to another location. But if you're doing something at your home, guess what? They're going to come support you because you're doing it for them and you're going to let them know. You're putting a gathering together for the family. It's critical that they're there, okay? And guess what? They're going to listen to grandma, okay? They're going to listen to grandpa. They're going to listen to mom and dad when it's really something that they know you're trying to do specifically to help empower them. And so I'm just super proud this morning as I think about all that things happening. I know Dr. Raj, your team has been so instrumental, in doing so many events across the country. I would just witness you and all these amazing, sometimes what they call them like trade shows and special events we see you guys pop in on. And that's important to really leverage those type of events. I know Terry Anderson, you've been phenomenal, okay, at doing that as well. In fact, last night at the War Room, just witnessing between Crystal Robinson, Terry Anderson, and Tracy Bolton, all the different teams that decided to show up and show out to get your team there. And that resulted in the team taking action. That resulted in lots of phone calls. That resulted in a lot of activity, a lot of productivity as we were planning for this weekend, inviting people out for Saturday, inviting people out for the Sunday parties. And so if you have not yet booked events for this weekend, okay, but if you want to hear your team, okay, on this call when we mention who's leading CV, who's already qualified for Sapphire, you want to get that calendar out, you want to get busy, and you want to get with it because you do not want to get left behind. Speaking of not getting left behind, hopefully you have secured your conference ticket. Hopefully you have secured your hotel accommodations. Make sure you've taken care of both of those. And now we actually are launching and releasing tickets for the gala. So the gala, what we're going to do with the gala, it's going to be based on how many people we see that are interested. We have a backup venue just in case, but we're going to start it off. I've actually worked with a couple of people that are really great at themes and ideas. And so we have a very special, idea for Saturday night. Okay? I think it's going to really blow you guys away, but it's super, super spectacular. We're super fired up about it. Now, Saturday night, here's how it's going to work. For those of you who have already purchased your ticket, so if you've purchased your ticket for the conference, if you've purchased your ticket, whether you've done the $99 ticket because it's a guest that's coming or someone who's reactivating their business, maybe they're an inactive distributor, or if you purchase the full ticket, that's going to include Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, everything but the gala, then you are eligible for a very special entry into this Saturday night event. So instead of paying the normal ticketed price, because this includes food, it includes drinks, it includes so much, guys. So this is a fantastic event. Normally the tickets would be $129, but if you've purchased any of those items, you're going to have two opportunities to get to this gala. One of them is for those of you who pre-purchased it in the next 24 hours. Your ticket price will be just $69, okay? That's it for the gala, $69. If you wait beyond the next 24 hours, then it's going to be $79. So it's still a great price. So you're going to have a chance to get $79 all the way through the end of the month, and that's going to get you into the Saturday event. If you are just coming to the Saturday party, if you have guests that just want to attend that, their price will be $129, and after March 31st, the price for that will go up to $99, guys. And so if you plan on attending that, we're going to do a very special gala. Depending on how many tickets are sold, guys, we're either going to do it right there at our corporate office or there's a location right down the street. So we will move out if we hit capacity. And so we're super excited to see who is all interested in coming with us to the gala. And so tickets, again, go on sale today. So check out that special notice when you see it come through from Dr. Raj. That lets you know you can go secure your ticket for just $69, guys. So you might want to snatch up a few of those, bring some friends with you to that very fun night that we're going to have. And so with that being said, that really covers all of the various announcements that are going in. Again, big shout out to all the teams out there getting it done, making things happen. And with that being said, I want to remind everyone that you want to jump on our Rebound with Akana. Let's get that cardio on. Let's clean out that lymphatic system. Also, too, I do want to take a pause to in case you haven't been checking social media. I know many of you were on the call last Tuesday when we did our special tribute to our beloved Erica Zachary. Let's keep her family, her friends, continued prayer. This Friday will be the homegoing celebration for Erica Zachary. So make sure, if you haven't seen it, get with Dr. Roz, check social media so that you can get all the details. Let's make sure, if you have her and her family on your mind, if you want to reach out, whether it's sending money through Zelle, whether it's sending flowers, let's keep her family uplifted, and let's ensure that we support them with anything we can do, whether it's cards, whether it's attending the services, whether it's flowers. Everything counts and matters. And so please make sure, if she, again, it's been on your mind and on your heart like she's been on ours, let's ensure we support her family in a big, 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 big way. And with that being said, I also want to remind you that Doris Mosley will be on tonight to teach us how to save our strands. And so let's not forget our 2:30 p.m. Central. Then we're going to follow that up with the 6 p.m. call with Dr. Prince and Sharon Dorsey, who will be there to teach our certified wellness coaches. This is a new class, so we will cover course 1, and that will last for 6 weeks. And then tomorrow, of course, the Diamond Factory. We can wake up with our very own Phyllis Nash. And with that being said, we want each and every one of you to have an Akana day. We're going to see you at the top, the very top, the tip top.